Warrior, picture this. You wake to a silent room, but your mind roars with chaos. Before your feet touch the floor, exhaustion grips you not from the day ahead, but from relentless thoughts circling like vultures. What if I fail today? Why did I stumble over my words yesterday? Am I enough? You haven't moved. Yet, you're drained. And the worst part, you've grown so used to it. It feels normal. But deep down, you know it shouldn't be. No one taught you this. But hear me. Your mind isn't the enemy. It's your home, your anchor, your guide, not a place to fear. It's not a battlefield that attacks when life grows quiet. The truth is, no one taught you how to face it. You can't fix what you avoid. You might drown it out with noise, scroll endlessly, numb it with distractions or toxic habits, but silence returns. And with it, your mind reveals what you've buried. That's not weakness. It's a signal, a call to lead yourself. Your mind isn't broken, it's untrained. Like any powerful tool, it can harm until you master it. Enter the ancient Stoics, not airy philosophers, but warriors, emperors, slaves, exiles. They faced pain, loss, betrayal, chaos, yet refused to let it rule their minds. Why? Because they believed one thing: it's not what happens to you that destroys you, but how you think about it. Marcus Aurelius, amidst war and plague, wrote to himself, "You control your mind, not external events." That's not a social media quote, it's survival. And you can forge that skill. You don't need to be cold or ignore emotions, but you must train your focus. You must reclaim your inner space. If you don't, the world will invade it. Be honest, your mind is pulled in every direction daily. Social media comparisons, fear of missing out, regrets over the past, anxiety about the future, voices telling you who you should be. No wonder you feel overwhelmed. No wonder breathing feels heavy sometimes. But hear this, you're allowed to slow down. You're allowed to take back control. And no, it's never too late. This isn't about perfection. It's about being present with your thoughts, emotions, and choices. We'll explore 7 hard but healing Stoic truths to stop chasing peace and start building it within. This isn't fleeting motivation. It's a mental strategy. Before we begin, do this for you. Close every other tab. Silence the outside world. Let this be the moment you stop running from your mind and start mastering it. If something hits deep, don't hold back. Hit like. Share your affirmation in the comments. Pass it to someone you value. Subscribe if you're ready to build a mind where you feel truly safe. Write this in the comments: "My mind is my fortress, and I will defend it." First truth: don't let emotions steer your life. Marcus Aurelius said, "If you're disturbed by something external, the pain isn't from the thing, but from your judgment of it." Hard truth: your emotions are real, but not always right. They're signals, not commands. Yet most of us let them drive. Sadness halts us. Anger makes us lash out. Anxiety cancels plans. But here's the problem: when emotions take the wheel, they crash your life. A Stoic mind doesn't ignore emotions. It feels them, but doesn't obey every impulse. Be real. Have you ever spoken in anger and regretted it? Made a bad choice out of fear or envy? That's what happens when emotions rule without your consent. First step to mastery. Remind yourself. I feel this emotion, but I don't have to act on it. Here's a tool when a strong feeling hits. Pause and name it. Say, this is anger. This is fear. This is shame. Naming it detaches you from it. You're not the emotion. You're the observer. Then ask, what would my wiser self do now? That pause and question ignite your rational mind. They stop impulsive reactions from becoming lasting regrets. Stoics call this the power of deliberate choice, not blind action, but conscious response. You can be sad yet still show up to work. You can be afraid, yet speak truth. You can be angry yet choose silence. Discipline isn't suppressing emotions, it's guiding them. Make it personal. Next time emotions overwhelm, write them down before acting. Their power fades on paper. This is what Marcus Aurelius did. His meditations weren't for publication, they were his self-check, saying, this is what I feel, but this is how I choose to act. Imagine how strong you'd be doing this, daily, not perfect, but more aware. Second truth, slow your thoughts before they control you. Seneca said, the poor man isn't the one who lacks, but the one who craves more. What steals your peace? Not always big problems, but small, racing thoughts piling up, dictating your mood. One moment you're fine, the next, your mind's racing. What if I fail? What did their message mean? Why are others ahead? What if tomorrow goes wrong? Suddenly, you're spiraling, stressed, distracted, exhausted without leaving the room. Your mind's run a marathon. Hard truth. Overthinking isn't a sign of deep wisdom, it's a sign of poor control. You can be brilliant yet a prisoner of your mind. Stoics knew this. They trained thoughts like disciplined soldiers, believing they need direction, not endless wandering. How do you slow them? First, notice when thoughts race. Shallow breaths, pounding heart, rereading a sentence 5 times without focus. Those are your signals. Then, do something bold. Stop. Close your eyes. Breathe in slowly. Exhale slower. Name one thing truly bothering you. Just one. You're not ignoring the rest. You're choosing not to drown in chaos. A Stoic practice to transform your day. Evening reflection. Each night, ask, what thoughts troubled me today? Were they real threats? How could I respond calmer tomorrow? Reflection builds control. Your mind sharpens. It stops panicking because it knows you're listening. A miracle unfolds. Slowing thoughts restores energy. You hear your true voice, not the world's noise. In that silence, you choose what to believe and what to release. Stoicism isn't about having no thoughts, it's about not being enslaved by them. You can't stop your brain from thinking, but you can stop harmful thoughts from ruling. Every thought is a guest. You decide who stays for dinner. Write this in the comments. I slow my thoughts. I choose what stays. Third truth. Feed your mind. Don't poison it. Marcus Aurelius said, your soul takes the color of your thoughts. You're not just what you eat, but what you consume mentally. If you absorb gossip, drama, fear, or comparisons, don't be shocked when anxiety and emptiness follow. Most scroll their phones like snacking mindlessly, taking in whatever appears. Imagine eating that way, swallowing anything offered. Spoiled or toxic, you'd get sick fast. Now ask, how long have you fed your mind junk without noticing? Stoics guarded what entered their minds. Knowing a weak mind isn't born weak. It's poisoned by distractions and mental garbage. So, the challenge. Audit your mental diet. Ask, who do I follow online? What conversations do I allow? Am I feeding wisdom or noise? Your mind feels foggy because it's stuffed with meaningless, purposeless content. You don't have to live like that. Reclaim your mind, like you'd reclaim your body by quitting junk food. Start small. Replace one piece of mental trash with wisdom daily. Read 2 pages of Stoic writings. Watch 10 minutes of something teaching calm or truth. Sit in silence instead of scrolling. It sounds small, but it's the seed of change. Protect your conversations too. If someone's always negative, gossiping, or shallow, limit their access. That's not rude, it's guarding your peace. A strong body can't save a poisoned mind. Each day, ask, does what I consumed today make me someone I respect? If not, it's a distraction, unworthy of your attention. Every input ask, does this sharpen or weaken me? Does it feed fear or strength? What you feed grows. Write this in the comments. I feed my mind clarity, not chaos. 4th truth, train your mind to observe, not absorb. Seneca said, we suffer more in imagination than reality. Picture this. Someone passes you with a frown. Instantly, your mind spins a tale. They're mad at me. I messed up. People are pulling away. Maybe they're just having a rough day. Maybe it's not about you at all. But your untrained mind absorbs that moment and turns it into a personal threat. Most of us do this, taking every comment, every awkward pause, and making it pain. A Stoic doesn't absorb emotions. They observe. They see events as they are, not as fear paints them. Truth is, not every feeling you have is fact. Not every word you hear is true. Not everything you see is about you. But your mind tries to connect dots that don't belong together. It's exhausting, isn't it? Always assuming others are upset with you, believing their actions are secret messages, feeling insecure when reality says otherwise. That's why you train your mind. Learn to see things as they are, not as your fears imagine. Here's how. First, slow your conclusions. Your brain craves quick answers. They didn't text back. They must hate me. Instead, ask, could this mean something else? Do I have evidence? Or just a feeling? That one pause can break 90% of overreactions. Second, separate fact from feeling. Feeling abandoned is real. But is it true? Are you truly excluded? Or is an old wound speaking? Seneca reflected nightly, asking, did I see things clearly today? Or did fear cloud the truth? It's not easy, but it's freedom. When you stop absorbing every emotion, you stop hurting from invisible wounds. Third, be curious, not paranoid. Instead of judging, ask questions. Instead of, they're ignoring me, I think, maybe they're tired. Maybe they're distracted. Maybe this isn't about me. This isn't weakness, it's mind control. It's Stoicism in daily life, not just calm quotes, but choosing not to let assumptions poison you. Assumptions become stories. Stories become beliefs. Beliefs shape your identity. Don't let a false story live in your head. Be a calm observer, not an emotional sponge. Write this in the comments. I observe the world. I don't absorb its noise. 5th truth, teach your mind to embrace the unknown. Epictetus said, Don't demand things happen as you wish. Let them be as they are, and you'll flow with life. We hate uncertainty, not knowing what others think. What's next? Where decisions lead. That fear fuels anxiety, trapping you in overthinking. It makes you try controlling what's not yours. But the Stoic shift is this: you don't need to know everything to find peace. You just need to trust you'll handle whatever comes. That's real control, not mastering the storm, but how you sail through it. Modern minds crave instant answers, Googling everything, overanalyzing texts, predicting futures, exhausting themselves. A Stoic mind says, do what I can, prepare, but accept what I can't control. That release isn't weakness, it's wisdom. First, practice absolute presence. Ask, what's true right now? Am I in danger? Or just fearing what might be? Fear lives in the what-ifs, not the present. You can't build peace in the land of maybe. Second, let uncertainty be your teacher. It humbles you. It forges patience. It builds trust, not in outcomes, but in your growth. When Epictetus lost everything home, freedom, he didn't panic. He said, they can chain my body, not my will. Why? He trusted he could face anything with clarity. So can you. Each time you resist chasing certainty, you train your mind to stand firm in the unknown. That's strength. Third, capture. Make space for silence. Answers don't come from noise. They come in stillness, patience, letting time do its work. Give yourself room to say, I don't know yet. And that's okay. The right answers come when you're ready, or when life decides. This isn't laziness, it's emotional maturity. You don't need to predict everything. Just trust you'll face it all with strength. Write this in the comments: I release the need to know. I trust my strength in the unknown. Sixth, truth. Build daily mental habits, not mood swings. Epictetus said, don't explain your philosophy, live it. Some days you wake strong, focused, calm. Others, anxious, irritable, lost. What changed? Most men build their mindset on feelings. If motivated, they act. If low, they quit. That's dangerous. Moods are fickle, like shifting weather. If your life hinges on feeling good first, you'll never master your mind long term. Stoics didn't wait for perfect energy. They built rituals to train their minds. No matter the mood, do you have mental habits? Not just to-do lists, something to center you before the day's chaos. Life's always loud. Without starting with intent, the world sets your mood. Here's the practice. First, begin with stillness. 5 minutes each morning, no phone, no music. Just sit, breathe slowly, align your mind. This isn't trendy meditation, it's mind calibration. Before the world hits, check in with yourself. Second, write one guiding sentence. Stoics wrote to themselves to stay grounded in chaos. Try today. I won't rush. My peace isn't negotiable. I choose clarity over reaction. Simple, powerful, intentional. You don't need a perfect journal, just consistency. Third, separate action from emotion. Feeling lazy or tired, show up anyway. Maybe not at 100%, but even 40% counts. The future doesn't care how you felt today, it cares what you did despite it. Your mind respects you when it sees you don't fold with every mood swing. That respect builds confidence. Confidence becomes strength. Strength becomes control. You're not your emotions, you're your daily disciplines. Write this in the comments: I act from discipline, not emotion. Seventh truth: make your inner world stronger than the outer one. Marcus Aurelius said, "A man's worth is no greater than his ambitions." The world grows louder, faster, more demanding, full of opinions, comparisons, pressure to perform and prove yourself. In that chaos, most men forget who they are. They chase validation, need approval, fear, judgment. They build their identity on things beyond their control: followers, others' opinions, praise. But Stoics knew better. If your peace depends on the outside world, you'll never own it. True mastery is an inner world, so strong it doesn't crumble when the outer world shakes. Here's how to start. First, stop seeking validation. You don't need everyone to understand or agree with you. Sometimes, being misunderstood is the price of living deeply true. Tell yourself, if I'm honest and intentional, that's enough. Second, redefine success. Don't let the world dictate it. Is success peace, self-respect, showing up daily, no matter what? Write your definition. Let it guide you, not trends, not noise, not flash. Third, celebrate inner victories. Cheer when you stay calm under pressure. Hold your boundaries, or choose silence when no one notices. That's strength most never grasp. They're too busy looking strong instead of being strong. The outer world will always shift, but you can be a steady flame. That's the Stoic mission: not to escape life, but to build a mind unshaken by its storms. Write this in the comments: my strength comes from within. I don't chase approval. Let's end here. If you've watched this far, you're not after shallow hype. You came for truth. And the truth is, you won't master your mind perfectly. You'll still overthink, react, slip into old habits. But now you're awake. Awareness is power. You're not your emotions, you're your choices. You're not your thoughts, you're how you respond to them. You don't need to predict life, just face it with clarity. That's what Stoicism builds in you. Every pause before reacting, every choice of discipline over emotion, every moment of clarity, that's control. That's growth. That's freedom. You don't need to be fearless. Just face your mind like a warrior. Don't chase a perfect mind. Build one that's strong, resilient, listening, choosing wisely. You can do this not because life gets easier, but because you get stronger. If this moved you, like, comment, share, and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom to transform you from within. Write this final affirmation in the comments: I lead my mind. I don't follow it.